A giant alien 100 meters tall appeared in the center of New York City. To avoid causing public panic, the military brought in steel plates to seal and contain the giant. To study the origin of the giant, the military transported it through underground tunnels to a deep military base. Several scientists then used drills to dismantle it. They hoped to unlock the secrets of alien technology. But when the team was installing a new drill, one scientist noticed the removed drill bit shrinking rapidly. When they zoomed in, they discovered it was covered in swarms of nanoworms. They were chewing through the drill bit. Their reproduction rate was terrifyingly fast. In the blink of an eye, they could split into tens of thousands. They finally realized the giant's body was made up of countless nanoworms clustered together. Sensing the danger, the scientist tried to escape, but a military officer at the control panel stopped him. The nanoworms had already attached to his protective suit. If he came out, no one could predict the consequences. The officer ignored his pleas for help. He ordered the team to restart the drill. The scientist inside was quickly devoured by the nanoworms and collapsed. Then an even more horrifying sight appeared. The steel cables restraining the giant were corroding rapidly. A scientist hit the emergency button. They blasted the giant with flames of over 1,000 degrees, but when the smoke cleared, the fire had not killed the giant. It had only enraged him. In front of everyone, the giant spread his arms. Then he broke apart into countless swarms of nanoworms. They launched a fierce attack on the humans. The scientists tried to flee, but the officer had already locked down the lab. No one was allowed to leave no matter what happened. Just as everyone was about to hide, the swarm burst through the window. In an instant, they devoured everything in the room. Outside, the armored troops stationed around the base quickly assembled. Thousands of soldiers had just formed up, when suddenly the lab door came flying out. Swarms of nanoworms poured out. The officer ordered them to open fire. All the tanks unleashed their shells at the swarm, but strangely, whenever the nanoworms were hit, they split and multiplied instantly. Seeing things go wrong, the soldiers tried to retreat, but the nanoworms were faster than their withdrawal. In moments, the entire armored unit was wiped out. Elsewhere, the top brass watched the disaster at the base through satellite feed.
Our pilots launched a salvo of Sidewinder air-to-air missiles into the heart of the mass.
And?
Every strike made it larger.
Where is it heading?
Everywhere.
Meanwhile, a truck was driving down the road. The driver suddenly saw a huge crack spread across his windshield. Before he could react, swarms of nanoworms came rushing toward him. Within seconds, the truck was consumed. Anything they touched vanished instantly. Even a stadium that could hold tens of thousands was devoured in seconds. The swarm quickly headed for the city center. Humanity had no way to stop the nanoworms' destruction. Now the only one who could kill them was this man.